Georgia's governor, Brian Kemp, is currently in the process of opening his state up and loosening social distancing guidelines. And this is going to be a complete and utter disaster, especially since recent data indicates that the number of coronavirus deaths has gone up. The number of people who have contracted the virus in the state of Georgia has gone up. And doesn't seem to really hinder any of the efforts that Kemp has in reopening the state. So just to give you some background on what he's doing, he plans on reopening, it makes no sense to me, things like movie theaters, gyms, hair salons, the types of places where you can't help but be in close contact with people. And so just to give you the numbers, since April 1st, Georgia averages 764 new cases and 35 deaths per day. The state reported, though, 909 new cases and 85 new deaths on Monday when Kemp announced plans to ease these restrictions. And just to be a little more detailed and specific, establishments including gyms, bowling alleys, body art studios, hair designers, and nail care artists could reopen for minimum basic operations. From next Monday, movie theaters can start selling tickets, and restaurants will no longer be limited to takeout options, although they must still adhere to social distancing guidelines. So go ahead, John. I want to hear what you have to say about this.
How are almost any of those supposed to adhere to social distancing guidelines? Okay, so let's go nail care artists. Gonna be difficult to do someone's nails from 6 feet away. I've tried. I haven't figured out a way to do it yet. Theaters, okay, you have to be 6 feet away. That means you could fit 10 people in a theater, maybe. I don't know. Restaurant, two tops. I don't know because they'd be too close. It would have to be a very long table. It would have to be like royalty, basically, across the room from me. It's so stupid. I am really hoping.
Don't worry, John. We have the longest tables. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
People didn't even understand how long. The best case scenario here, is Brian Kemp opens up the state and nobody goes. Just like when one of these right-wing talkers does a show at a university campus. Best case scenario is there's no protest because nobody's there. Have them open up a theater and have it not have a single person in it. Honestly, many of these movie theaters probably aren't going to want to open up because do you want to be the movie theater that we find out a couple weeks later is traced back to a bunch of people dying from coronavirus? Do you want that to be the memory that people have of your movie theater or of your body art studio? You got essential sleeves you got to do, maybe even if it kills someone. Does anyone think that?
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that, John, because one of the things the Trump administration wants to do is offer protections for businesses that might face lawsuits by individuals who contract the virus, including their workers, by the way, who contract the virus and suffer the consequences of that. That's the way Republicans think. It's about going out of their way to ensure that the economic system that they've benefited from so handsomely is intact, it's protected. But the very people who make those businesses run in the first place, the workers, get no protections and have no legal recourse if they find themselves in a disastrous, situation by contracting the virus. It's just, this is the way that they think. And it's going to end so poorly because what Republicans keep citing is, if you look at the reports, the actual number of deaths ended up being much less than what we previously expected, which means that we're fine. Everyone's over-exaggerating. We need to get back to work. Yeah, but why are you pretending like we haven't been social distancing for over a month now? Is it over a month? Almost a month now, in most cases.
I think it might be over. It's gonna be absolutely. Hopefully nobody actually goes out there. But if not, then, start the timer right now. We're going to see in 15 to 19 days how many people are getting it per day, assuming that they're even doing the testing, because the sort of guy that would open up the state way premature is also the sort of guy that would be hindering every effort whatsoever to get testing to the level it needs to be. And so people will get it in a couple of weeks. People are going to have coronavirus, lots of them. We might or might not actually know about it.
People see what's happening. Some of the important information is getting through even to conservative voters. And I just want to be clear that what we're seeing with these protests throughout the country is not representative of public opinion. What these conservative groups are trying to do is sway public opinion in the direction of opening the economy back up. But most people are skeptical of that, luckily.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.